morning, AgroShare.com. Today I'm going to show you how to register and log in to the forum and hopefully get the most out of the forum that you can. It takes a little bit of explaining since so many people are new to forums in general, and the things that I'm going to show you today will help you overall with pretty much every forum out there. So you might not only learn how to use the AgroShare forum, but other forums too, or at least not be so timid and afraid. So the first thing we're going to do is click on the community button. That's going to take us to the forum. And you're going to see up here that we're not registered. So the first thing to do, you can either click this button here and register, or click this button here and register. That'll take you to the registration page. Read through the registration agreement and make sure that everything is acceptable. It's a standard template here. We haven't really changed anything. Just, rights and ownerships and, behavioral stuff. But read through it regardless. And then accept the agreement, and then you're going to go to the registration form page, and it's pretty quick and easy here. Come up with an interesting name for yourself. Username, I typically use my first letter of my name and my last name. That's kind of how I've been using forums for years. But you can do whatever you want to. You can use your real name. It's really up to you. Something that expresses who you are is typically good. DeKalb County farmer, something like that. That should be fine. I'm going to register as Don Test because I already have an account on here. I'm going to use my AgroShare email, if I can type, and then I'm going to come down here and type in a password and type in the password again, and it has to match to be able to use it. And you'll see these check boxes here to make sure not only is the password acceptable, but they both match. If you get the second check here in the second box, you know that it's matched. Then the hardest part of everything comes. You've got to figure out what these letters here mean. And these are hoops you have to jump to make sure that you're not a robot, a computer, a Russian or Chinese computer that's trying to spam the forum. We don't want that, so we have to put a few barriers into place. And so first thing we're going to do is type in HPYNFG, and your letters are going to be different. The second one is a question that trips up Russians and Chinese for some reason because they don't speak English, so they don't know how to deal with this question. The answer to this question is green. If you watch this video, it will become very apparent. This is a little cheat test. Your letters up here are going to be different, but this should stay the same. The question may change in the future. Who knows? But that's it. Click register. Okay, now you should be registered. If you did register successfully, it should take you back to either the community page or give you some kind of an error. If it takes you back to this page and you're not logged in, you'll have to log in here. You can log in these windows up here, or you can click down here and log in right here. So let's go ahead and log in there. We're going to say, what did we say? Don Test. And put in our password. Then we're going to click the login button. Hopefully that gets us in here. We're inside. All right. So the first thing that you want to look at are the number of boards that are on here. These are all boards where there's separate discussion topics, and each one of these boards has a set of topics in them. So let's go into the organic agriculture board and see what's going on. There's only one topic that started here, and you can see it's new, which means I haven't read this topic yet. What I'm telling you now is really important. That way you can get the most out of the forum. And avoid the confusion that most people get. So if you haven't read this topic yet, or you haven't read the latest post, and we don't really know what's what yet, click on this and we can go in there and read this topic. And scroll through, read through everything. If you want to respond, if you want to ask a question, anything like that, you just hit the reply button. Once you hit the reply button, you'll see a bunch of stuff and formatting and all that. I would stay away from that in the beginning if you're new, and just say, hey, I really like this topic. And I'm just testing, so that way we know that this is not really a real post. And then once you hit this, once you type all this in, you just go down here and hit post. Or you can even hit preview and make sure that everything is going to line up the way you want to. And if you like it, just hit post. And now you have contributed to your first post on AgroShare's forum. And here you go. If you don't like this, you can actually remove your post. If you say, that's embarrassing, I don't want to say that. Or I replied to the wrong thread, just roll over here and click this and remove. Or you can modify and say, this is just testing. And that's what I want to do. I want to do that now and show you how to do that. I'm just testing. I am just testing. Whoops, can't type this morning. I am just testing. Leave me alone. Okay, so there you go. Now we're going to go back up. And you can see these are called breadcrumbs here. You can navigate backwards. And we're going to go back to the main thread. Like that. And then we're going to go back to the board here. And you can see that last one just disappeared. And you can see that something has changed here. That new has gone away because I've read this thread. To give you a better idea, we're going to go back. We're going to hit the back button now. And we're going to go back. Well, we're going to go back up to the main board, which is home. Hit the home button. We're going to give you an idea of how this thing looks and how to navigate this best. If you look at the overall forum, you'll see some differences here. This is where we just went and we read the one thread that was in this board here. There's one topic, we read it. If we want to go up here and look in the members section, you'll see a little bit different. You can see the difference between the unread. There's unread topics in these boards here, and there's not any unread topics here. So you can see the difference here. Let's go into the welcome section and take a look at what's in there. Lots of welcome threads in here. And I haven't read any of them because they're all new to me. So if we look up here in the newbie from Zeb, he just posted the other day. We're going to look in here. And we're going to see there's my alter ego right there. And you can see I can reply to this. I can go back out to the other boards. We're going to go back. We're going to go back out to the welcome section and we're going to see newbies. And we're going to see that I have read Zeb's thread. And if I want cat ladies to disappear, I'm going to read hers too. Now we can go back out and refresh this and see, voila, cat ladies has disappeared. Another way to do this, every time you log into the forum, is see the latest unread post since your last visit. This is an outstanding way that this groups everything into one little page, or maybe multiple pages. But right now there's just one page of unread posts. And you can go down through here and read all these threads that you haven't read. Or just read the ones that you want to read. That may be more efficient. And once you've read all the stuff that you want to read, and you want to make sure that this thing pops up again and you don't have all this mess with the stuff that you don't want to read, you can go in here and say, mark all messages read. And that way, you'll only see the new post that happened since you've been a member or since you clicked that button. See, now all those things are gone. So now if I go up here and say, mark, see, all unread posts are all gone. or I can go back and see, go back to most recent posts. This is a good button to use too. These are the most recent posts. And here we are. Anyway, that's a good quick overview of how best to log into the forum and use the best way to get started. And if you have any trouble, just click on the members, find me down here. I'm D Redman, that's me, or any administrator or moderator over here, and just click on me and send me a PM. That's the best way to communicate, is just send a PM. Communicate with individuals, send them PMs. It's basically like an email. It's basically like posting, but anyway, that's it. Let me know if you have any trouble. Post up in the help section. Let's go back and look at the help section real quick. Registration help and how to use the forum. That's where all your help is going to be. That's where you post all your questions, and hopefully you won't have much trouble, but if you do, let me know.